gonna do here, we're gonna start in the middle. It's gonna be reactive, right? So I'm gonna be in front of you. I'm gonna go point back, and you're gonna go back, back, and you go back, forward, forward. My name is Pietra Sweeney. I am an athletic trainer at Boston University.
Yeah, I got ball.
The classic athletic trainer's tale of how they got into athletic training was they played sports growing up and they got injured and they encountered an athletic trainer of some sort, right? So similarly, I got injured when I was maybe in middle school, went to physical therapy and was just so amazed that they could just palpate around different places, do some different tests and just figure out exactly what was wrong with me. So I always knew I wanted to do something in healthcare and working with people. Once I got to BU, I was on the soccer team and I just respected my athletic trainers so much and I trusted them with my life genuinely. I was like, okay, this is what I want to do. I want to be like them and have their knowledge and have the impact that they had on me. I started in August of 2023, so it's been about a year now.
Hey, what's going on?
So far, the transition has been great, and I really, really enjoy working alongside amazing clinicians and all the ATs that I got treatment from as a student athlete and a grad student. So let's do needling the shoulder, and then do you want to do needles of the hamstring too? Okay. We are mainly working with varsity, club, and ROTC student athletes, so there's so many different sports from ice hockey to field hockey to track and field. Each day I'm coming up with individualized rehab plans for each person based on what their injury is and where they're at in the process. So today, we're seeing a patient who needs some dry needling of his shoulder and his hamstring. He has a shoulder strain and some hamstring chronic tendinopathy, so we're seeing him for some rehab. And then I have two patients who are both post-op. One has a patellar tendon repair, so he's a little bit further into the rehab process, so he's doing more functional type strengthening movements. And my other patient who's post-op just got her ACL reconstructed 2 weeks ago, so she's a little bit earlier on in the rehab process.
I feel like now that it's like bent, most of the time I feel like I'm losing extension.
Do this extension. Have you been doing the heel prop?
Yeah, I did that.
So do that. One of the most unique things about athletic training is that we're seeing our patients from the moment of injury in the field and we're doing the initial evaluation, the initial diagnosis, going through the whole rehabilitation process back to their return to sport. So we're seeing them from step one to the finish line, kind of. That area is definitely still healing.
Yeah.
When you do get injured, it's very emotionally and mentally exhausting having to go through the rehab process and not being able to be in the field and alongside your teammates day in and day out. There's a lot of just educating about their long-term health and maybe if there are different options that they can take with an injury, surgical options versus non-surgical or different types of surgeries and how they impact their now versus their future. Sometimes it's obviously a big struggle, right, where they're down in the dumps and you really have to kind of pull them out of it and keep them positive and keep them on the right track and really focusing on your long-term health.
He's getting better every single day. And honestly, the recovery for us has been pretty fast. And I'm like doing a whole lot more than I thought I would be doing. That I can handle and tolerate a whole lot more because of a P.
Armani is now at a point where he has a lot of strength in his leg and it's pretty equal to the other side. So once we get through the walk-run progression, we'll do some sprinting and more like kind of change of direction type stuff. But yeah, he's doing really well and has progressed really well over the last few months. Very proud of him. My biggest thing is I always want people to feel like they are comfortable and can come to me and it's like a safe space and feel like they can come to me with anything. My time as a student athlete was one of my most treasured and amazing experiences, and I love how it's come full circle.